All right, so going for a little walk here. Wanted to make a video for the discouraged student in CS50. My name is Frank. I'm one of the mentors. It's a beautiful day here in Lawrence, Kansas, and unfortunately, rather than the air being filled just with the sound of singing birds and everything, we've also got power tools and weed whackers and lawnmowers and all those other things. But about computing and programming, everybody should do them. The machines are very unforgiving. The math is very unforgiving. But they're unforgiving to everybody in the same way, and that's where the leveling field comes in. One thing to keep in mind is it just never ends. No matter how good you are, there are going to be layers of abstraction above and below you that you won't understand, and that's fine. There are going to be things about the technology that don't make sense to you. There are going to be things about the culture that don't make sense to you. All of those things are fine. They're completely normal. What's hard about getting over that frustration is just realizing that it's not about you. It's just that what you're trying to do is really hard. Many of the things that we've attempted haven't even been proved as possible until the last 20, 30 years of humankind's existence. So you can't expect that you're going to be able to wrap your head around everything. One criticism I have about CS50 is starting with C. Now, this sounds like kind of a weird thing. Because C is actually a fairly low-level language, and I'm generally in favor of learning from the bottom. But when I say learning from the bottom in computing, I'm talking about starting with electrons, transistors, gates, and working your way up through assembly language. And then you get to C. And C is sort of the universal assembler. So C already is sitting on top of, depending how you think about it, maybe 20 layers of abstraction. So you're never going to understand everything about the system you're working on. There's just so much going on underneath the hood, but you should take a stab at it. So keep in mind, when you're learning C, you're already sitting on top of a huge pile of knowledge and development that's taken place. And don't feel bad if you don't feel like you're on top of it to start with, because none of us ever will be. That's just how it is. Hope that helps. Try to depersonalize it. Try to remember that, you know, especially when you're starting out, you're just working on many, many man years and a lot of brilliance. All the best.